adjusting some of this to really reflect realities of now or realities of tomorrow by the time we get into 2025. You made mention of revenues. Now, the government have had to borrow 2.2 billion, seeking the National Assembly for approval for 2.2 billion to finance the deficit from the 2024 budget. And going into the 2025 budget, government is actually planning to execute a lot of projects. Now we're talking about these revenue sources. And now at the National Assembly too, we have some of these reforms that are going to aid not just revenue generation, but stabilization. And necessarily, if you look at it, the proposal is about a progressive way of taxation, not taxation in the way it should go. What's your take in how all of this is going and how Nigerians are accepting these reforms at this time?
If I may start with the issue of borrowing, that had been a conversation that had been up for quite a long time now. We have to agree that the way we are going with our borrowing and debt management is not sustainable at all. The MTF document has reviewed that as at now, the deficit we have is over 30% of the budget itself, which in a simple man's language is that if you have 1,000 naira, that the deficit is more than 300 naira out of the 1,000. So you can't say that you have 1,000 itself. And looking at a projection of borrowing another 9.2 to add to what we have now. And I looked through the MTF document. What the borrowing is talking about is not capital projects. If you can look through that, it's talking about the changes in the minimum wage, the additions that the minimum wage brought about, debt servicing and pensions. That's indicative that we are not going to borrow for capital projects. Rather, we are going to be borrowing for some recurrent expenditures.